Beginning with some breaking news that's coming in from Kashi, as Kashi has extended a grand welcome to foreign delegates who have come in to take part in the G20 meet that starts tomorrow. Remember, this is a 3-day G20 development ministers meet. It is starting today, in fact, and for which these delegates are currently in Kashi. My colleague Abhishek Jha has more details. Abhishek, just take us through this development ministers meet for which the delegates are attending Kashi, and I believe they have received a grand welcome. They're soaking in the culture of India as far as Kashi is concerned.
We have this G20 development ministers conclave follows the Voice of Global South summit that India has conducted, and the decisions taken at the Varanasi will also feature in the UN Summit on Sustainable Development Goals in the meeting is going to be held in September. So clearly the deliberation of Varanasi will be reflected at UN Sustainable Development Talks in September. Meanwhile, we have Varanasi has hosted previous events of G20. Also, one of them was tourism ministers event also in the past. Varanasi is also peculiar because in SCO, India has declared Varanasi as the capital of cultural city as a member of SCO. So Varanasi holds a lot of significance for India, and showcasing Varanasi is also part of the whole process where 3-day deliberation will be there. We have seen footages where all the delegates, about 200 delegates, are expected to participate over the 3 days deliberation in Varanasi. They have been given a ceremonious and traditional welcome while reaching at Bagpur Airport in Varanasi. From there, they are being taken to their respective places of stay. There is a program of having a Ganga Aarti also in the evening. So all the traditional sort of welcome and exposure to Varanasi's cultural and heritage past will also be showcased to these visiting delegates who are there to talk about the serious issues of sustainable development under the G20 umbrella.
Also, Abhishek, since it's Varanasi, it's Prime Minister Narendra Modi's constituency, that makes it even more imperative to actually get these G20 delegates a taste of fervor of the place where Narendra Modi has decided to actually fight elections out of. And that also holds a lot of significance to this visit, right?
Of course, Riya, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi is also going to have a special video address to all the delegates who are going to participate over the 3 days. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar himself will be chairing the event. So you can imagine the kind of importance India is giving to the event that is being held in Varanasi. Sustainable development goal is also something that India has been working very closely in partnership with so many smaller countries around the globe, especially in the global south. We have seen recently Prime Minister holding or chairing a meeting of Voice of Global South, where 120 countries from the south of globe had participated, and they had conveyed their concerns, their challenges, their problems. And the Prime Minister had assured them that during the G20 talks, when the world's most important and developed countries will be participating and talking about the future of the world, these issues that these smaller countries have given or reflected during the Voice of Global Summit will also be proposed or will also have mentioned in the major G20 summit that is going to be held in September. So clearly, these smaller meetings are going to have a major inputs while the G20 summit level talks will be happening in Delhi later this year.
Also, Abhishek, since you mentioned of Prime Minister's address through video conferencing, any idea on what exactly is that going to be catering to?
Prime Minister has been very vocal about climate change, about the development goals of smaller countries, and at the same time maintaining a zero emission target also of India. So India has been clearly on the path of energy transition, where overall energy production is being transitioned from traditional source of energy to the renewable sources of energy. Also, we have seen significant improvement in overall solar capacity, hydroelectric power capacity. Then green hydrogen is something that India is currently working on, also with other countries' expertise. So clearly, these are the major issues that Prime Minister has also steering very clearly in consultation with the expert committees on this. At the same time, development should not hinder the overall natural landscape, or the nature ecological balance should not be disturbed. This is also something that India has been voicing very strongly in the past, and the sustainable development goal that or the development that these delegates are going to discuss is largely going to focus on those issues to how to continue the development path or the trajectory of development while not creating an imbalance in the overall ecological setup of any particular geographical region. So this is what the overall agenda of this meeting is going to be. At the same time, poverty elevation and gender sensitization is also something that these meetings will be deliberating upon.
All right, Abhishek Jha, thank you so much for joining us with all the inputs on this story. And like Abhishek was mentioning, that this particular development ministers meeting that is scheduled to be taking place in Varanasi for these 3 days is going to be chaired by the External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Shankar. Just listen in to what he had to say about it.
काशी के निवासी जो हैं इसका पूरा स्वागत करेंगे और G20 के जो भी डेलीगेट आएंगे उनको काशी देखने का उनका सौभाग्य होगा। और पूरा मैं यहाँ मुख्यमंत्री और यहाँ की शासन जो है उनको मैं बधाई भी देता हूँ और मैं आभार भी प्रकट करता हूँ। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कार्यक्रम अच्छा जाएगा।